diagram, or because I think so this is the last topic what we have discussed in our last lecture. Okay, now see, we are here with the topic basic analytical techniques. Just have the recap of the topic what we have seen. As the name suggests, basic analytical techniques. Here in chemistry, we are concerned with the analysis of the substance, with the analysis of the chemical substances, and that chemical substance analysis need a proper techniques or proper instrumentation. And this is what we discuss here in the chapter called basic analytical techniques. Using this technique, we can analyze the substance. We can purify the substances, we can separate the substances, and so on. Many processes can be done using different techniques. Out of this, in this chapter, we discuss basic or fundamental techniques for the analysis of the substances. Number one technique what we use is nothing but the filtration. Number two technique what we use is nothing but you can say crystallization. Number three is nothing but the distillation, and number four is chromatographic technique. So these are the different technique what we use, and that is what we discuss here in this chapter. While going ahead, first we have seen the filtration. Or before that, we have seen actually what is our aim and objective here in this chapter, to study the basic analytical techniques. But for that, we need to have what type of substances we have to purify or we have to separate out them. That is first has to be discussed. So we have seen we are having the solid as well as liquids, and suppose we have the solid substance. That solid substance may consist or contain impurities. Or if two or more solids are mixed, then we need a technique to separate these two or more solids. So in first case, if we have the solids and having the impurities, and these impurities may be of two types. Number one, impurities may soluble in water, or impurities may insoluble in water. And so in order to deal with this, we need to have different techniques. So for that, we use somewhere filtration, somewhere crystallization. When we are dealing with the purification or separation of liquids, we are dealing with the distillation process. And for qualitative and quantitative aspects, we are dealing with the chromatographic techniques. So in last lecture, we have seen what is filtration with suction, what is crystallization, and what is fractional crystallization. So crystallization is obtaining pure substance from its by dissolving it into the suitable solvent. That is called as a crystallization process. And what is fractional crystallization? It is the process of separating two solid substance from its mixture by dissolving it into the suitable solvent, having difference in solubility. Least soluble substance is precipitated first, and then more soluble substance is precipitated out, or you can say crystallized out. So that is what we have seen in fractional crystallization. In last lecture, we have seen the distillation process. Distillation process is the process in which, or it is the process which is used, deployed, or utilized for separating or purification of the liquids. As I have seen in our daily, as I have stated, in our daily routine life, we come across different types of liquids, especially the water, without which life is simply impossible. We need to have the purification of the water. Water consists of 2-3 types of impurities. Number one, impurities which are soluble in water, or impurities which are insoluble in water. So in order to remove the impurities which are insoluble, we can use the filtration process. But if we have the impurities soluble in water, we need to have a distillation process. So we have this diagram. What we use in the distillation? See, this is the round bottom flask having side arm, and through this side arm we have connected this the condenser, and this condenser has a continuous flow of water. So from this end, water continuously enters, and from this end, water comes out of this condenser. Because of the flow of the water is flowing continuously through this condenser, and here is the inlet pipe through this condenser. So because of water flow, it is kept constant. So whatever the vapors comes here in this condenser, these are condensed. Here thermometer is put in this one. Thermometer, using the thermometer, we can measure the temperature of the boiling. Here is the burner by which we can heat it. And here is the wire gauze by the stand, and this is another container in which we can collect the substances. So this is the assembly what we have seen here in this distillation process. So what is actually process? मतलब distillation के अंदर दो चीजें आती है. एक आता है simple distillation और एक आता है fractional distillation process. तो जो पहली बात आती है, that is you can say simple distillation process. Simple distillation process. तो अभी देखिएगा, कि what is the simple distillation process, ये हमें यहाँ पे डिस्कस करना है, ठीक है? So everyone got this? Hold just a second. Sorry. Okay. So now see, when we talk about this distillation process, distillation is of two types. एक simple distillation और दूसरा fractional distillation. Now, when we use a simple distillation process, and what is the process actually involved in this one? So whenever we have the liquid having soluble impurities, or these impurities has the higher boiling point than the liquid, then the simple distillation process is used. Whenever liquid has the impurities having higher boiling point than the liquid. So आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे, suppose we have liquid and we have impurities. Now there is the boiling point of liquid, and here is again boiling point of impurities. So here we can say the liquid substance or substance which has the boiling point greater than the impurities. Impurities से boiling point उनका sorry उल्टा. The impurities boiling point of impurities is higher and the liquid is lower. So liquid will boil first and the impurities will boil afterwards. So simple technique is this. So there are two methods of distillation. First is simple distillation method, very simple. When it is used, when the substance or liquid consists of the impurities having higher boiling point and the liquid is having the lower boiling point, then the simple distillation process is obtained. No doubt, these impurities are in a soluble format in the water. So that is what we can say. Now, what is the procedure? Procedure क्या होता है? सबसे पहले तो हम लोग no doubt filtration तो करेंगे, because if it has the impurities which are insoluble, we can remove that, and then we'll take a liquid here in this round bottom flask. So take a liquid in round bottom flask, add some pieces of porcelain. Porcelain pieces add किए जाते हैं in order to avoid the bumping. जब हम heating करेंगे तो bumping होने के chances होते हैं liquid के, and that's why porcelain pieces add किए जाते हैं. इसके कारण it avoids the bumping of the substances. Now then hang this keep this round bottom flask over this wire gauze. Wire gauze is kept on tripod stand, and below is the burner. Whereas this is clamped with this stand. Then there is a thermometer which is inclined, and that is clamped, and it is put into this round bottom flask. Thermometer is very important because we have to measure the boiling temperature of the liquid, or we need to measure the boiling point of impurities too again. So that change is very important. We have to note that. And here this side arm condenser is attached, which has the container of water, and here is another fresh container is kept to collect the liquid. Now, what is procedure? Add the substance, porcelain pressures, and start heating. When we start heating, slowly a temperature rises. Thermometer will record the temperature, how it rises. Whenever the boiling point, we know very well, the boiling point of liquid is low and boiling point of impurity is high. So being the liquid boiling point is low, it will start boiling. It will start boiling. So as soon as it starts boiling, this thermometer will show constant reading of the temperature. It will show the constant reading of the temperature. And then these vapors will go into, because here it is a tightly packed, and that's why rubber cap is kept over there. So that's why vapor has to enter into this condenser. This liquid vaporizes. This liquid, after reaching its boiling point, it vaporizes. Vapors comes here to the condenser. Here, due to the water, these vapors are condensed. Low temperature water vapors are, these vapors are condensed, and these vapors are collected here in the liquid form. So here in this container, and this is the pure liquid what we get. Till all the pure liquid removes from here, this thermometer shows a constant reading of the temperature. The moment all liquid goes, thermometer's temperature start rising. And the moment it start rising, remove this container and kept another container, or you can say this substance is purified. That's all. This is the simple process. So once again, take when we are talking about a simple distillation process, this is used. Both importantly, this is used when the liquid has a boiling point lower than the impurities which are in dissolved form, that liquid. Take a liquid into this round water flask having the side of A, add some pieces of porcelain, start heating, observe the thermometer. Whenever the boiling point of this liquid attain, at that time it starts vaporizing, and this thermometer shows a constant reading. Vapors comes into this condenser, they are condensed, and the pure liquid is collected here. Till all the pure liquid is collected or it is converted, this thermometer shows a constant reading. And the moment the thermometer shows the reading is increasing, remove that container. So all the substance is removed, and this is called a simple distillation process. Clear with this? Now let's move to next. That is called a fractional distillation process. जिस तरीके से crystallization था, fractional crystallization था, उस तरीके से ये fractional distillation process भी है. So let's move to the fractional distillation process. Okay, so ये पूरा डायग्राम won't work over there. Okay, so next topic is fractional distillation. Fractional distillation. अभी देखिएगा, when we are going to use this fractional distillation process is very important. जिस तरीके से हमने fractional crystallization process देखा है, where we have separated two or more solids from one another by using fractional crystallization process. Similar way, when we have to separate or purify two or more liquids, we have to separate out them. Then we use the fractional distillation process. One thing is very important here. When we have to separate two or more substances, there should be a difference in boiling point. If the boiling point difference is large, then we can use a simple distillation process, no doubt at all, because the boiling point difference between the substance A and substance B is large. So we can use a simple distillation process, because once first substance is removed, then second substance starts vaporizing. Till then we can remove the container and we can put the another substance. So we can separate the substances. But when the difference between the boiling point of two liquids is very small, very close, but suppose one substance is having a boiling point, that is, you can say 323 Kelvin, and another is having 332 Kelvin. So there is a difference of 7 to 8 degree Fahrenheit. Yeah, you can say Kelvin. So if the difference of boiling point is close, then we have to follow the fractional distillation process in order to separate two or more liquids. Having a close difference in the boiling point, we use a fractional distillation process. What the difference here in this fractional distillation process and distillation process is nothing but a fractionating column. Two things are very important. Number one, the difference between the boiling point is very small, and number two, we use a fractionating column. That is the only major difference. But the rest procedure is almost similar one. So there are different scientists who have given a different fractionating columns. First, I will give you the diagram. What is the fractional distillation process involved, and then afterwards we'll go for different fractionating column, because we can have the diagram for this one. Okay. So now see, we can have some another diagram. So suppose this is the round bottom flask. Round bottom flask. This is taken into the another container. Suppose this is evaporating dish, you can say. Here is अंदर रखा जाता है in order to have direct heating, because liquids are there. If liquids are directly heated, then there are the chances they can break down. So that's why they are indirectly heated here. You can say here in oil bath, or you can say water bath. इसके अंदर heat किया जाता है. So this is oil bath or water bath in which this round bottom flask is taken, and this is the round bottom flask over here. Okay. Now the thing is that this round bottom flask has we have to put a fractionating column between the round bottom flask and condenser. So suppose this is, you can say, fractionating column. This is the fractionating column having, this is the side arm. And then this have a different arrangements. Okay. So these are the different arrangement you can see here like this. There are many different types of designs of this fractionating column, designed by different scientists, you can say. So there are many different types of fractionating column what we can use, and all this is clamp. 100%. This is nothing but you can say tripod stand. What we use us. Then here is the burner. So here is the burner by which we can heat it. So go down, and here is the stand again. So see, is chapter for diagram is very important. So this is the fractionating column which is clamped with this one. Then this round bottom flask is also clamped with this. इसके अंदर clamp किया जाता है. Okay, and we can put thermometer here. Okay, so this is again clamp over here. So this is the thermometer. Okay, thermometer. So that is what we can say here. This is the assembly. Then this is the side arm where the condenser is kept. Where the condenser is kept, no doubt. Okay, so this is over here where this container is kept, beaker, and this is kept on again here tripod stand. Like this, that you can say. Like this is what we can. Now here we can collect this substance. Here, this one. It is filled with the substance, and some porcelain pieces are added. Now see, this is the diagram for fractional distillation process. अब देखिए, जैसे मैंने बताया कि इसके अंदर है क्या है कि this is what we can say. This is a flask, which can round bottom flask. This is, you can say, oil bath. Indirect heating. Oil bath is used for indirect heating. Sometimes it is water bath. Depend upon the choice, depends upon the substance what we have to separate out. Because if they are directly heated, there are many organic compounds where we have the chances that this substance can break down. So we can't get an original substance whatever we wanted because chain may break down here. So in order to avoid the breaking of the substances or breaking of the chain, we need to use water bath. You have oil bath, you can see here. So decomposition of the substance, that is called, you can say, oil bath. And this is nothing but the fractionating column. This is nothing but you can say हमारा condenser है. So this is simply condenser. ये stand, tripod, burner, container. वापस ये तो आप जानते हो, normal nomenclature है. So everyone amongst you knows it well. So that's why I'm not repeating all that part. So now see, what is a fractional distillation process when it is used? Number one, when it is used, we have to separate two or more substances. So this is very important when we are going to use this method, when we have to separate two or more substances. Number one. Number two, the difference in boiling point. Difference in boiling point should be very small, or when it is very small, boiling point difference is very small, then only we use a fractionating column or fractional distillation process. Keep in mind, this is very important that when we have difference in boiling point between a substance, this substance is very small, then we use a fractional distillation process. Q or guess it. What is the procedure? Suppose we have substance A and substance B, and we can say here boiling point of A is greater than boiling point of B substance. Substance B and this is substance A. That's what we can say. So हमें जो separate करना है, so substance A है और substance B है. Boiling point of A is greater than boiling point of B. मतलब B is having lower boiling point, A is having higher boiling point. ऐसा है. Or these two substances we have to separate. So and the difference between the boiling point is again too small. बहुत कम boiling point इसका होता है. ऐसे भी हम लोग कह सकते. So that is what we can say. Okay. अभी see. For example, we can have acetone and alcohol की हम लोग बात करते हैं तो acetone and alcohol have a close boiling point. That is, you can say 329 and 337. So 329 and 337. So this is the boiling point. This is the boiling point. Kelvin, Kelvin. 329 or 337. So 10 डिग्री का डिफरेंस है, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है. मतलब खास करके हम लोग when we talk about acetone and alcohol की बात करें तब ये डिफरेंस ज्यादा होता है. There are many substances what we can take as an example. Now we have to separate out these substances where the boiling point difference is very small. So if we heat them with a simple distillation process, then they may mix with one another and we won't be able to separate out them. So that's why fractionating column is used. Now how to proceed? See, this is the round bottom plus in which we have taken substance A and substance B. We have taken substance A, that is a mixture of liquids having two or more substances. And that is kept in the water baths or oil baths. The reason behind that, these substances should not decompose. This substance should not decompose. Many organic substances decompose with the direct heating process. That's why we have the oil bath or water bath. Then this is the fractionating column which is kept here, and this is heated. When it is, well, the assembly is like this: round bottom flask, oil bath, tripod stand, burner, stand, fractionating column, condenser, container kept on the stand. These are the simple assembly. When we have to separate them, what is the procedure? Took a substances into this round bottom flask, add some portion pieces, and just heat it using oil bath or water bath. हम अच्छी तरह जानते हैं when it is heated, its temperature rises and starts boiling. अभी देखिएगा, boiling point of A is greater than boiling point of B. तो boiling point of B कम है और boiling point of A ज्यादा है. Okay. So in that sense होगा क्या? हम जब A और B की बात करते हैं, तो B substance का boiling point कम है, वो पहले आएगा. और suppose कि हम ऐसा मानते हैं कि B substance यहाँ पे 329 है और यहाँ पे हम लोग 337 लेते हैं. और ये जो है हमारा this is nothing but the acetone. Or this is nothing but the alcohol. So we have the mixture of acetone and alcohol. So alcohol का boiling point 329 है, acetone का, और alcohol का 337. This is having the lower boiling point. These substances have lower boiling point. That is called acetone. Acetone starts vaporizing at the same time. There is no lot of difference between this. Alcohol also may vaporize. So alcohol भी vaporize होता है. No doubt, surely acetone ज़्यादा vaporize होगा, और लेकिन at the same time alcohol भी थोड़ा vaporize होगा. दोनों वेपर्स ऊपर आए, दोनों वेपर्स ऊपर आए. Now these vapor has to travel a long distance. याद रखिएगा, due to fractionating column, everything इस तरीके से arrangement है. So वेपर जब जाएंगे तो इस तरीके से जाना है वेपर्स को. Vapor has this route. अलग-अलग डिजाइन क्या है? There are different designs designed by different scientists, depend upon different substances what we have to separate out them. So in that sense, you can say this vapor has to travel a lot. During this traveling, their temperature falls down. Their temperature falls down. So be clear here. During this traveling, their temperature falls down. So when we compare these two, this has the low boiling point, this has the high boiling point. So absolutely, this substance condenses. So alcohol, while traveling this, having the higher boiling point, condenses and alcohol comes down. But the substance acetone, which is at the lower boiling point, this vapor goes up, and this vapor enter into this condense and condense and collected here. So while traveling this distance, the vapors of acetone also travels, as well as vapors of also alcohol travels. But during this distance, traveling this distance, first the vapors of alcohol cools down because their temperature is very high. So that's why they have to cool down here due to temperature distance. They have to travel long distance. They cools down. Alcohol condenses here only, and only acetone vapor goes up. So temperature will be here recorded for the acetone vapor. यहाँ पे सिर्फ acetone vapors आएंगे and इन्हीं का temperature यहाँ पे measure किया जाएगा. That is 329 around. 329 ही रहेगा because here only the vapors of acetone reaches, and the vapor of alcohol while traveling this one they condense and they comes down again. यहाँ पे आ जाता है. So that's why this fractionating column is used. So in order to travel a long distance, the substance having higher boiling point should comes down, should condense, and the substance having lower boiling point should vaporize. So temperature will be recorded as, and these vapors enter into this condenser and are collected here in this reservoir. Till this thermometer shows the constant reading of 329, that is for the acetone. So this process is continued. The moment this thermometer starts its temperature increasing, that is 329 onwards, or around 337, immediately remove this container and put another container. So first container, we have collected the substance acetone and kept another substance, that is the another container, and will collect alcohol. So it will show a constant reading of 337 around, or 337. When it is totally removed, then again temperature start rising, because now the only impurities are there. The second container is also removed. So we have separated two substances, substance A and substance B. Especially when we have the mixture of alcohol and acetone. We have mixture of acetone and alcohol. They are separated on this basis. All of you getting it? So this is called as a fractionating column or fractional distillation method. So fractional distillation process में और उसमें ज़्यादा difference नहीं है. Difference बस ये है. Important बात है कि why or when to use this fractional distillation process. Whenever we have to separate two or more substances having close resemblance or having close difference in boiling points. So that's why boiling point में close difference है, तो simple distillation process work out नहीं करेगा. So we have to use a fractional distillation process where we actually uses a fractionating column. And the choice of fractionating column depends upon how the close that boiling point is there. If it is more closer, the longest and different type of fractionating column is used. And if the difference between the boiling point is larger, then the simple fractionating column will do the things accordingly for this one. So that is what we are saying. Clear about this? So number one, we have to keep in mind when to use this one. What is the basic principle of this one? And say, for example, we have the mixture of alcohol and acetone. So if we have the mixture of alcohol and acetone, acetone having the boiling point 329, and alcohol having the boiling point 337, that is what we get here. Yeah, हम लोगों को इसके अंदर मिल जाता है. Now, what is the procedure? Take them into the make assembly like this one. Assembly इसके अंदर होता है tripod stand, burner, oil bath, round bottom flask, fractionating column, stand, condenser, container 1, container 2, again tripod stand to keep this one. What is the procedure? Took the mixture here into the round bottom flask, having side arm, having a fractionating column, add some cosmic pressures, keep it into the oil bath and start staging. Add here fractionating column and connect it with the condenser. When the heating is started, at that time, the substance having lower boiling point will boil first, and the vapors will go up. At the same time, another substance may vaporize, and this vapors also come. While traveling this through this fractionating column, the substance having a higher boiling point condenses down and comes down over here, whereas the substance having lower boiling point goes into the condenser. It condenses, the vapors are condensed, and the liquid is collected. Till first liquid is removed, this will show a constant reading of temperature. Say for acetone, it is 329 Kelvin. So this thermometer will, we have to watch this thermometer very well. Continuously, we have to watch this, because till all the acetone is removed, it will show 329 Kelvin. Once it is removed, it starts rising. The moment it starts rising, remove the first container and give the another container, and then the second substance removed will be alcohol, and it will show the constant reading of 337 Kelvin. Afterwards, it is removed. Again, temperature start rising. Remove that one and keep third one. That will contain only impurities. Need not to keep the third container, because first container we have collected acetone, second container we have collected alcohol, and what remains here are nothing but impurities. Impurities we don't have to collect. That remains in the round bottom flask. This is the method what we follow for the distillation process. Clear with this? So now we have to discuss. There are different types of fractionating column. When to use which column? That what we will discuss, and then next what we can have that is solvent extraction process and chromatography technique. See you tomorrow. Till then. Thank you very much. Bye bye.